BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Okay, so apparently I actually figured out how Fool could have been telling the absolute truth about when he said how the information was aggregated against him and how Shotti could have had nothing to do with it. Okay, so in order for me to explain this, I'm gonna have to take y'all the really, really, really long way. We're gonna have to talk about some other things first. And then after we talk about the other things first, then we'll be able to get into exactly how Fool could have been right but wrong at the same time. And real quick, one of the reasons why I feel so strongly about this particular situation is because everybody that I hear say that Fool's a stand-up individual. He's not one of those people that's gonna just be throwing lies out there. And as far as Shotti is concerned, everybody that I personally know that knows Shotti says there's no way that Shotti would have snitched. Shotti would not have not done that. That's what everybody says. Well, not everybody. A ton of people that I know. It's actually split pretty even. So we're gonna talk about something real quick. And the first thing I'm hold on, where's all my equipment? We're gonna talk about everything real quick. Hold on. 1 second. Uh the first thing I want to tell y'all about though is an individual came up and took the stand today. He actually works for the government. He works in forensics, but it's like cell phone forensics. Is that a thing? Anyway, so he works in that shit. So there's a couple of things that I want to tell you, and then at the end of me telling you all of this, I'm gonna explain. At the end of me telling you this, I'm gonna explain how Fool could have been 100% right with what he said. And in the act of Fool being 100% right, Shotti was also 100% right when he was saying that he did not snitch. I'm saying that this is a possibility. I'm not saying that this is exactly what happened, but I'm going to give you a quick story. I'm going to give you a quick understanding, at least from what information I've just acquired from today and from what I've been hearing just in general previously. So, all right, hold on. Almost ready. All right, so this is the first thing that you have to understand. I keep trying to tell people that they're tracking people with cell phones. They're absolutely tracking you with cell phones. This is what happens. So the guy comes into the guy with the forensic scientist guy or whatever the hell he was. He came into this. He came to take the stand today, and one of the things he let us know is that what he did was he caught all the pings from Harv's phone, and by catching all the pings from Harv's phone, he was able to tell the court where Harv was at different periods of time, how he was making his moves, from where he was going from one way to the other. From one way to the other. Okay? So exactly. So that's the first thing that I was like, all right, so they got the cell towers or whatever. Then they were showing just how accurate you can get with the cell towers, right? So what they did was they got the information about where one dude was from where Harv was and at what times Harv was wherever he was at. All right, so check this out. So then he said, okay, so there's certain types of information that they can actually pull off the phone. And there's other information that they really can't pull off the phone. Shout out to Chris Pitt for the donation. Keep the $2 drive alive. There's other things that they cannot pull off the phone in the same manner. So I'm not going to go into all of that. It was a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. But the point being is that they can definitely 100% pull photos off of the phone. They can pull all types of other things off of the phone, right? So one thing that I was speaking to Fu and he said was, one of the things that Fu kept making clear is that he wasn't, I don't think he was telling, okay, so you know how when somebody tells you that somebody squealed on you, they be like, yo, that person told on me, but they didn't see the person told on me, but they're like, that person had to have told on me because they gave this individual that thing, and there'd be no reason to give this individual that thing if you didn't tell. You understand what I'm saying? So I think what basically happened was when Fu Banger's lawyer came to him and said, yo, look, we got this information that's putting you inside of this gang, and the information that we actually have is coming directly from this individual's cell phone. The first thing that people are gonna assume is yo, why did you give him access to your phone? First of all of these guys lost access to their phones. Period. All of these guys' phones have been gone through with a fine comb. So you can't at this point say Shotti gave them access because everybody's phone went through. Everybody went through the phone, right? So another thing they said that was interesting. Homeboy in the chat keeps saying it because I guess he's trying to like ruin my live by telling you where I'm going with whatever I'm talking about. So he's trying to just ruin my live. He keeps saying it. He said that they keep their records from 2008, but this is the thing. It's not that they keep their records all the way going back to 2008. It's why would AT&T we're talking about, keep the records going all the way back to 2008? There has to be a reason for that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, do y'all remember when they were trying to go inside of the iPhones and freaking Microsoft or whoever was fighting the government like crazy, like we ain't letting you inside our phones or whatever the case might be, right? AT&T, I don't believe they operate like that. I think AT&T just be like, oh, bring the minimum and we'll just give you whatever. I mean, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, AT&T keeps all the records all the way back to 2008. T-Mobile keeps it for 2 years. Verizon keeps it, I think, for like 16 months. And somebody else keeps it for a year, but I'm not 100% sure who that is. So, who's the fourth phone company? AT&T, Verizon, Sprint. There you go. So, what ends up happening is, this is what I think happened. I think they did end up going through Shotti's phone, right? I think they got a freaking. I don't know if Shotti gave them access to his phone. At this point, we don't know if Shotti gave them access to the phone. But you know how everybody was like, yo, how does he still got photos from 2013? Because the photos ain't online no more. They didn't need the physical phone in order to get the photos. AT&T keeps all the information. So if Shotti has AT&T, that would explain it. But if Shotti doesn't have AT&T, then I don't know what to tell you. But there's a good chance that if Shotti has AT&T, what happened was AT&T still had those documents, and that's why he was alive to be able to use it. So now that's on you guys to decide if y'all want to keep AT&T, if y'all got AT&T. It's on you. I'm pretty sure that nobody that's committing crimes, it don't matter. You're like, well, I'm not committing no crimes. I'm not changing my carrier. Other people might be like, they hit the store right now. Other people that's heard this shit, they like, I'll be back, Ma. They going right to the store right now. We gotta fix this shit. Oh man. So I wanted to explain that real quick because that is a story that we've been talking about for a very, very, very long time on this channel. And if I'm wrong about this thing, of course I'm not trying to hide it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't know what anybody else is doing, but when I'm wrong about something, I'm not trying to hide it. Just because people might think that I'm wrong about something, that doesn't mean that I am wrong about it. Look at all the stuff that I was right about that people told me I was wrong about. So shout out to that. All right, so yeah, you might want to. I don't know. It's your business, man. I don't have AT&T personally. So, if they keep your information all the way to 2008, I imagine what else why? Like, why do you need to keep the damn information out so long? That's crazy. Oh, man. Please don't call that guy's name on my channel unless we're talking about him. Do not call anybody's name on my channel that is beefing with me unless we're talking about him. I'm not going to keep giving warnings. I'd rather just kick people, to be honest with you, but some people don't know, so I'm just saying it. If you see somebody on their channel talking trash about me, don't bring it over here. I don't care. I'm always going to do corrections, my brother. Like I said, I don't know what anybody else is doing. I'm only doing what I'm doing. I don't know what nobody else is doing. Other than attacking me, I don't know what they up to. Juice. Juice is in the cup. Juice. Regular juice. I can't stay hydrated? Alright, so Max attorney. Okay, so real quick, before we even get into this, let me show y'all something. I was sent this yesterday. I can't bring the phone into the building, but I did alert Max attorneys to it, and the reason why I alerted Max attorney to it and not Harv's attorney is because I don't believe that it would have helped Harv anyway, because the CEO Chris was talking more about Max than Harv. So I alerted them that this particular thing exists. This photo that I'm about to show y'all exists. I didn't show y'all yesterday because they had people's faces in it. And I'm not going to just put people's faces up online and be like, hey, look at these guys in the picture with this snitch. Like, I don't know. Some people might do that. I'm not doing that. That's that. I don't know what other people are doing. Other people seem to constantly be doing shit I think is weird. Anyway, so hold on. Let me find this real quick. It's like I forgot who sent it. All right, so this is one thing that I want you to understand. Remember, I told y'all that CEO Chris was in court, and he said he was never part of an actual gang. That's what he said. He said he was never part of a gang. He did say that he was hanging out with people or whatever the case might be. Now, I'm going to say this to say this. There are quite a few people that got snatched up in this RICO, and the way that they was able to prove that they were part of the gang was because these individuals, well, what helped them prove that they was part of a gang, pardon me, is because these individuals were in photos throwing up gang signs. They would say, look, there go that guy right there. What's that, Tekashi? Tekashi say, that's the 6, that's the 9 trade. How do you do the sign? You do the sign like this. No, the government didn't give me no pics. Somebody else sent me something. That's what I said. Somebody sent me some pictures. So, I'm going to show y'all right now the pictures that I was sent. So, could I blow this shit up or should I? All right, so hold on. I'm going to make this a little bit easier. It's just an extra step. It's not that much of a deal. All right, so right here, you're going to see CEO Chris throwing up GD. That's CEO Chris. Throwing up some GD hand signals. This is CEO Chris. Throwing up some Latin King stuff. This is CEO Chris throwing up more GD hand signals. And I say all this to say this. If you are going to sit there and allow for him to say that he's not part of the gang for whatever the reason is that they're allowing for him to say that he's not part of the gang. He said he's not part of a gang. And they wanted to attack his credibility. This is another way that they could have showed that he's just not credible. He sat up here on the stand and said that he's not part of any gang. But yet, we have multiple pictures of him throwing up gang signs. So if you want to believe that he's not part of a gang, how could you say that my clients are part of a gang if you use these gang signs in order to also get my clients locked up in this RICO. That's one. Two, his credibility. I think this is a Trinitario jump off, by the way, also. Trini, look. This guy was also Trinitario. Look. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody kicked Dariel Rivera, hit him dead with their bags. Get him up out of here. Thank you. Dude was Trinitario. Also, this is crazy. And just in case y'all missed it, it's also Crit. Just in case you missed it, it's also Crit. It's more Latin King stuff. And here go Blood. Now, if the person who sent this to me maybe would have sent this to me a day earlier, it would have been some use, maybe, because that's when they was questioning him about these questions. But also, maybe they didn't know at that point. So I don't know. It's whatever. How the hell do I know, right? Um, Lance Lazaro. No, damn well that's not Lance Lazaro. Don't kick him. Shout out to, I have no idea how to say that name, but appreciate you. And said $5 holla all the way from New England, New Zealand. Appreciate you. Love your work, brother. Appreciate the donation, yo. I don't think he know who he worked for. He the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude. I didn't have a lawyer's email, so how am I gonna do that? I don't know what was going on with that guy. Obviously. Um, that was just absolutely too much for me. So I want to show y'all that real quick. I want to make sure that he's Dominican, he's half Dominican, I think. I want to make sure that we get that right in the beginning of the show. He's gonna be in another gang. As soon as he get out of jail, he's gonna be right in another gang. There's gonna be some other people that he gonna be somewhere making money for. You gotta speak about 5 languages. I got it last night, Mr. Fairbanks. I could have done it. Why couldn't the person who gave it to me at the last minute either give it to me earlier or did it itself? Why is everything on Jack Frost? Why ain't you blaming that other individual for any of this? Not that I'm blaming anyone. God dang it, yo. So now, if you add, we're not making fun of people's genders and sexualities and all that. We're not doing that. So don't do that. Don't kick that person. Just that was a funny joke, whatever. But let's not do that no more. Anyway, so if you add that inability to be credible, along with the that they have where he actually told police, I believe, that he was made a 4-star general, but on the stand he said he was a 5-star general. So that would be more. I think that they should have tried to. I think they did a good job. I'm not questioning them at all. Shout out to them. I'm not questioning them. I'm just like with anything. This is just Monday morning quarterbacking. But You know, that's it. Everybody did a magnificent job. Mark's, I'm not mean not to say that much, but everybody did the best that they can with what they had. Mark's attorney shows his paper. He's trying to get him. He shows him the paperwork that literally says, "This is the funny shit." Oh man, this is too funny. Let me tell you what happened. Yo, no lie, no lie. This dude, CEO Chris, I know how he gets in all of these games. I'm gonna tell you right now how he gets in all of these games. He has no conscience. He will say anything. Shout out to D Jones for the donation. Said, keep up the great work. These trolls real tough talking about 6ix9ine case, but no shows at court. Frost stay 10 toes down in the hood, always on deck. Appreciate you, D Jones. The dude will say anything. Anybody that talks anything about a Frank, please kick him out immediately. We're not doing that. Shout out to Antonio Chance with the $2 drive. He said, keep the $2 drive alive. Keep it alive. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. Someone said, yo, Frost, you exposed shit from the beginning to the end, bro. I did the best I can, but, you know, it is what it is. But hold on, let me tell y'all what happened. So, so let me tell you what happened. So the lawyer asked him something, right? He says, no, that didn't happen. So the lawyer makes sure that he's clear on this. He says, you did not tell the police or whoever the hell, tell somebody that you were actually a 4-star general. That is not hit. I don't got no Henny, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I went live about it. Yes, the fight is on Saturday, and yes, I'm streaming during the fight. It's a fact. So he asked him the question a couple of times. He asked him in a couple of different ways to make sure that it's clear that he's saying that he never said it. He's confirming, I've never said this. So he said, okay, hold on. Your Honor, can I show him this piece of paper? So he's like, okay. So he shows him the paper, and I'm assuming that on the actual paper, it showed the part of the transcript where when he was talking to whoever he was talking to, it showed him say 4-star. Right there. It showed him the thing the lawyer was talking about. So then the lawyer goes back and asks him the same question, and he still says he doesn't know what the lawyer's talking about. This dude, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just keeping it a whole stack. I don't know what to tell you. The lawyer asked him something. He said, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. That didn't happen. He said, all right, hold on. He shows him the piece of paper that is proof that the thing happened. Then he goes back and he asks him the question again, and he says, I don't know what you're talking about. And they had to let it go. They literally just had to let it go. What the judge is going to say. The judge, he's saying he doesn't remember. Even though you're showing him the thing, I'm not going to scream the actual fight. I'm not trying to get my channel effed up. Even though he's looking at the thing in front of his face, the question is, do you remember? The question is, he said, nope, I don't remember. Even though oh man, I'm trying to tell you. Remember, he took down those other guys with the state. That was just way too much. And I'm sitting there before the lawyer gave him the paper. I'm like, all he has to do is, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all he has to do is say he don't remember it. That's it. It's literally all he has to do, because he can't answer questions about the damn thing if he don't remember it. All he has to do is keep saying he don't remember. That's it. And that's what he did. He just kept saying. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. A lot of y'all dudes think y'all. This is not no disrespect to nobody. I'm just explaining something. A lot of people think that they're so smart. But until you actually sit in the courtroom and see the way the shit operate and pay attention and process that information, you never really understand how easily you can get tripped up saying the wrong thing or whatever the case might be. You never know. A sociopath. He's a sociopath. That's a fact. You never know. Because I'm just sitting in a courtroom and I'm observing everybody. And I've observed a whole bunch of shit. I'm not gonna, whatever. That's not what we're talking about today. And I'm probably not gonna talk about some of the stuff that I observed. But I observed a lot of shit. And I'm telling you right now, yo man, let's try to figure out a way to make a living and do good by our family, and at the same time not commit crime so we have the chance going to jail. Let's try to do that. Shout out to the rejects sending a donation. Appreciate you. Let's do that. Let's figure out how to keep each other out of jail by not committing crimes. Let's do that. Let's what we should do? We should be super racist. We should be super racist. You know how we gonna be super racist? We gonna work together and make sure that we all got good jobs. We're gonna work together, help each other get the skills needed. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work together and help each other get the skills needed to then be able to do better by our families so we don't have to get in trouble and go to jail. Let's do that. Oh no, he's definitely gonna be moving on to another organization. You know how well he did in this particular case, getting all these people jammed up and all these helping people go. So many people go to jail. Yo, these dudes literally did. They probably had little beefs. All right, what's up, yo? They probably had beefs inside of their little organization, beefs. But from the way I see it, the big turmoil and problems started when he came in. You know the easiest way to get people all separated and hating each other? Money and women. Money and women. That's the easiest way to make men go crazy and separate from each other. Money and women. And what did dude come in? Dude came in, had money, was getting helping this person getting paid, helping that person getting paid, and this and that, pulling money from here, giving money over there. He helped create a lot of this division that set had. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, he helped. And this is just me talking my shit. I could be wrong. Shout out to them. No disrespect to anybody non-trade. No disrespect to anybody. But in my opinion, from what I heard in that courtroom and the way that he was moving, I just read a funny ass comment. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, I read a funny ass comment. I don't know what to tell you. I don't care who puts an embargo against whatever, man. Shout out to Noble T Peterson, Patterson Bay for the keeping the $2 drive alive. Just keep the $2 drive alive. Good report and appreciate you. Please stop telling me funny stuff in the middle of my show. Alright, so that's retarded. So just in my honest opinion, I really do think some of the things that he was doing was creating conflict inside of their unit. And then shit just got worse. I don't know. Anyway, also CEO Chris was out on the streets until 1 month before trial, just for everybody that don't know. CEO Chris was out on the street. He wasn't arrested, no nothing, until 1 month before the trial. And 1 month before the trial, he turned himself in. He was the star witness. Star witness. 6ix9ine, yeah. We don't use the N-word, Joe. If anybody got a problem with not being able to use the N word, this ain't the channel for you. We supposed to be trying to do better to flex our intelligence, not trying to always flex our ignorance. So if anybody got a problem with not being able to use the N word, you could just leave. You don't gotta go. You could go to another channel and complain about it for all I care. Oh man, that Jack Frost, why he's trying to make me learned it? Why he wants me to get bigger words? You can go right to somebody else's channel and complain about it all you want. Why he want me to have some more self-respect, sir? That dang Jack Frost. Why he want me to care about myself and want me to do better in life? So you can always go to another channel and complain, just letting you know. I say the N word all the time. I try not to. The hell? It's easier for me. It's easier for you to not write the N word than it is for me to not say it. Shout out to Brian Santiago. Says shout out to you, Jack. In your opinion, odds against. I don't even want to speak on it. Anyway, yeah, he was free out here in the streets until 1 month before it was time to go to trial. I'm almost 100% sure as soon as he could get out of wherever he's at, as soon as he could get out of any whatever jail or wherever they're gonna be stashing him until it's time for him to go back to work, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get out and go right back to another gang. They're gonna find some gang somewhere. They might teach him Turkish and send him overseas or something. That's what they might do. Teach him some, I don't know, some foreign language and send him over there. I'm telling you, because he stone faced lie to you. It took me three days of him being on the stand to when I could figure out. Before going into custody, he still had been working. Oh yeah, and before going into custody, he was still working for the government. Before before going to the government, before going back to like giving himself up, he was still helping the government. A month before the trial. A month before the trial, still helping the government. So whatever with that. CEO sat down with Oh, and on top of that, he sat down with the FBI. This is the people that he's been helping. The FBI, the ATF, the NYPD, the U.S. Attorney's Office, etc. At this point, I don't think you should let him know you stole anything from Disney World. He probably works with those security guards too. That's crazy. Hold on, kick that person that said clickbait dead out the door. There you go. Hold them bags. Just because I've already discussed something doesn't make the video clickbait. We'll go back to it and explain it again later on, obviously, like we usually do. All right, so yeah, he's helped the FBI, the ATF, the NYPD, and the U.S. Attorney's Office. And just because we know that he's constantly dealing with drugs, I wouldn't be surprised if he's also helped the DEA. That's why I said etc. Um, and this is the funny thing. I'm gonna tell y'all what the funny thing is. What the really, really funny thing is, right? His first charge had nothing to do with Trey with non-Trey. His first charge, it didn't have nothing to do with non-Trey. They set him on non-Trey. Whoever was the people that was, they went and set him on non. His first charge had nothing to do with non-Trey. he got busted or something. They said, yo, are you a member of a Bloods gang? He said, yeah, non-Trey. And then they was like, whoop, those are the guys we going after. He said after he started helping the government, he didn't record any calls relating to any drug transactions with Nuke. So this is what I want to know, right? So apparently, I think he said, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I'm thinking that he said that after he started helping the government, he didn't sell anything at all to Nuke. So how the hell is Nuke caught up in this drug shit? I don't understand this. I mean, he is caught up in it. That's a fact. I guess it's for the stuff that happened on the telephone. So literally, if Nuke wasn't on the telephone talking about whatever he was talking about on the telephone with Homeboy, if Homeboy didn't get him to talk about whatever he was talking about on the telephone that involved drugs, they wouldn't have anything on Nuke. They wouldn't have any drugs on Nuke, at least. Two identities? What the hell you mean two identities? Did you just see this picture I showed you of this guy? This dude don't got two identities. This dude got 9 identities. Look at this shit. This dude got 9 identities. He ain't got two identities. I'm surprised. You know how many different names this dude probably has? Okay, so he was with the GD twice, right? So he probably used those same names. So he got some GD names. He's with the Latin Kings twice, so he got some Latin King names. There's 3 pictures here with the Trinis. So maybe he was with the Trinis 3 different times. So he got Trini names. Then he was a Crip. So I'm guessing his Crip and Blood name is the same name though. I'm guessing. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. My fault. Yeah, so that's just crazy. Yo, can somebody kick that dude out? I'll kick him myself. We're not even gonna mention him. So that's just crazy. Dude got I don't know how he keeps his gang names and how he remembers which gang names he used on which day. This nigga James Bond, yo. Part of my language. This guy's like James Bond. It just has to be a point, right? Just talking like from a certain spot. There just has to be a point, right? Where I don't know, maybe I'm like this. I could tell a whole bunch of other people ain't like this, but this is how I am. You can't come to me and everything's too good to be believed. If you come to me and everything is too good to be believed, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Shout out to Ruben Gonzalez donation. He says, shout out to Act. You're the man, Frost. Appreciate you. Shout out to Carlos Ruiz, keeping the $2 drive alive. He says, do you take calls? I'm thinking about starting to take calls, but I have to have a criteria. I just don't want people just calling in, and that has a lot to do with all of the trolls that I get. I don't want to give them no light. I want to give them 0 light. So when I figure out how I can have people call in that just in the chat and I don't have to give no troll, no light by accident or nothing like that. I don't give no troll, no light. Why do you think I don't talk about people? I let them talk about me. I don't beef with them. No, that's not even, fuck the number. I'm not even talking about the number. I can always just go change a phone number. I don't even want a person come on my show. What up, Sav? Shout out to Carlos Ruiz with the donation, keeping the $2 drive alive. So can I call in? I keep it brief, bro. I ain't a troll. Hit me on IG and I'll think about it. Let's I wanted to call somebody tonight. I want to call Mr. Mel Cross tonight. Talk to him for a good 10 minutes or so. Rat or not, this dude CEO Chris is extraordinary. I've been saying this for a long time. Just rat or not, this dude CEO Chris. I've been saying this just in general. First of all, CEO Chris, I can't even explain to you this. Just the shit this dude was talking about in that I didn't even mention to y'all. Watch me, y'all see the transcripts, yo. Just the shit he was talking about, right? Absolutely off the chain. I don't know what to tell you about homeboy. I'm just keeping it a stat.
Yo.
Oh shit! I accidentally hung up on a nigga. I think that's his.
Yo. Nah, I'm not here. I'm not able to come to the phone.
See, I ain't fall for that. I knew it. See me hang up the first time? Shout out to Omar Green. Keeping the $2 drive alive. I'm going to text him. Because maybe he's on the phone. Maybe he's on his jump off. Hold on. I'm going to text him, then we're going to get back to this shit. All right, we see what he does after that. So let's get back to this. All right, so then, oh man. So then they're sitting there. Hold on, let me tell you. I say the N word periodically. I'm trying to not say the N word. I really am. So check this out. The dude went down a list of all the people that he told on. This guy's a funny guy, yo. This guy's a funny guy. Now I'm going to show y'all a chart. And the reason why I'm going to show y'all the chart, and the chart is different from those pictures, is because these pictures, we don't know if those guys ever got arrested, whatever the case is. I'm about to show you a chart. And basically, the chart has what the government has been looking at. So I guess if anybody hasn't gotten picked up, you could be like, oh man, I better get out of here. So I don't know how you're going to take that. So hold on. Let me try to find this chart real quick. But I think I have a chart. I don't remember who sent it to me. I can't remember who sent it to me. Who's out on bond? Who the hell was out on bond? CEO Chris? How? He was just on the stand today. What in the hell? He a dangerous dude, man. They need to keep that guy locked up. They need to keep that guy locked up. He dangerous. That's a fact. That dude dangerous. They need to keep that dude locked up. That dude dangerous. That's a fact. What up, yo?
Yo, Jack Frost, shout out to Jack Frost and BBN. What's going on, Jack? You know what this is.
Chilling. Yo, appreciate Mel Cross calling into the show. We could chop it up a little bit, talk about this case that's happening. First of all, plug your channel.
Huh?
Plug your channel. Tell everybody where to find you.
Yeah, they find me at Cross TV Network. That's Cross with a K. Y'all know what it is.
All right, so real quick, just something. First of all, did you hear all of the weird, the crazy stories that CEO Chris was talking about in court?
That was crazy. I didn't get to hear a whole lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I was running around and everything like that. But that case is just getting weirder and weirder by the day, man.
That's a fact. Yo, okay, so hold on. I'm gonna tell you about something that he said. So CEO Chris said that he had a fake shootout.
Right. I heard that part. Yeah.
Where he had a fake shootout. He said, I don't understand. Yo, this is so just in case you ain't hear the whole story, I'll tell the story once again because some people might not know what the story is. What happened was there was two people that he was selling drugs to. One of the people that he was selling drugs to got robbed by the other people. It's two of them, right? So
right.
One of the people said, we're not going to buy no more drugs from you if you still sell drugs to the other guy.
Right.
So he went and had a fake shootout with the side that didn't care. So the other side that did care would still buy drugs off of him.
Right.
Like, is people on the streets really doing this?
Some people would do anything for money, for clout, and everything like that. You know, as I've been introduced to the YouTube world, man, you know, you see it all the time, man. You know, people just throwing labels on people, you know, saying all kinds of things they don't know about. You know, that's why, like, when I tune in on, you know, when I be doing my interviews and I'm on my network, I always do my research and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
But however, Jack Frost, you know what I'm saying? You know, you my brother. I want to salute you. I think you're doing an amazing job.
Appreciate you.
On your morning coffee and your Tonight Show. I definitely support you and BBN Network, and I appreciate everything you did for me and showed me that love. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Remember, always keep reminding people, man, you know, everything you're saying is not from your personal perspective. And Jack is talking from what he's listening to in the courtrooms or the papers and everything else. So it's nothing he exposing as his own, you know, stuff, or it's nothing made up and everything. Everything is coming from newspapers, articles, and everything that he heard. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. I'm actually in court.
Great. That's right. That's right. You know, I just wanted to get on here. I just came in not too long ago. I had to charge up my phone and a little bit and everything like that. You know, but I told you yesterday I was gonna definitely call in, you know what I'm saying? Salute you, you know, to give you salute, give you some support and let everybody know, man, you know, I want to let you know personally before everybody that I love what you're doing and keep doing your thing, beloved, you heard?
Appreciate you. That's a fact.
Wow, man. I ain't really have nothing to say. I just wanted to come. I just basically wanted to just send you my salute. I ain't want to interrupt. Keep following BBN, Jack Frost. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. And salute, man. You know what I mean?
Mr. Sex Money Murder said, what's up, Cross?
Huh?
Mrs. Sex Money Murder said, what's up? He said, what's up, Cross? He said, Cross, my bloody, real stand-up dude. He said, for real. Mix Sex Money on the talking, on the check-in.
Tell them you already know, man. Salute all my blazers, you know what I mean? Love y'all, man. Salute, stay solid. Appreciate the shout out, man. Appreciate the support.
That's a fact. All right, I'm gonna let you go there, my brother.
No doubt. I'll be tuned in for a little while, and then, you know, I got to take care of some things, but I just definitely wanted to keep my word and let you know that I was going to call in and everything. Pardon me about, you know, it was a little late or whatever.
Nah, you good, man.
Yeah, and I definitely, man, want to interrupt you, man, but, you know, salute to you, bro. You heard?
All right, later, my brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
All right. So let's get back to what we was doing. Shout out to Mel Cross. Everybody check out the Cross TV network. He's new to the game, but he's doing some good stuff over there. You get other perspectives. You don't ever know. You might go check out his channel, see what he's doing, appreciate what he's doing, like what he's doing. That's a fact. All right, so yeah, so they was talking about whatever they was talking about. So Nuke's attorney asked CEO Chris a question. Dude ran down a list of names of people he done snitched on. Now, for everybody that don't know, he was part of an investigation that 30 people got locked up. He's not in jail. It was a big investigation. I believe it was a big drug investigation. He's not in jail. He helped snitch on those guys. He said he did. He said he did. He said he helped the state. He didn't. That wasn't a federal case. It was a state case, and he helped the state. Got 30 other guys locked up before Treyway. Treyway, 30 people ain't get locked up. So imagine if, hold on, just listen to what I got to say real quick, right? So imagine if Tekashi doesn't do what Tekashi did, that caused for these dudes to have to pick everybody up and round everybody up. This guy, freaking CEO Chris, be setting up gang operations that get 25, 30 people. $25, $30 people. Yeah, I kicked that dude. Why do you kick? 25, 30 people. This dude is doing drug operations. He's helping the freaking government do and the state do drug stings that's getting 30 people locked up at one time. I keep trying to tell y'all, when Tekashi went on the Breakfast Club and did what Tekashi did and forced the government's hand and forced the government to come pick everybody up, he forced the government to pick everybody up. There's no telling, because their operation wasn't done. Their investigation wasn't over. There's no telling who didn't get caught up because of what Tekashi did. I know people aren't going to get that, don't care, but I'm telling you right now, those individuals that know that they just skated, they in public, they probably talking about how much Tekashi's a rat this and Tekashi's a rat that, but in private, they like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for sending Tekashi to fuck everything up. Thank you for sending Tekashi to mess up CEO Chris's plans. I'm telling you. In public, they like, yo, screw Tekashi. Tekashi's a rat. He is snitch. He's never going to be allowed in the game again. And then they be like, yeah, okay, whatever. They close their hotel door. They drop to their knees. They're like, thank you, Lord. CEO Chris almost had me. This dude was telling on everybody. Shout out to One Nation Entertainment, keeping the $2 drive alive. He said CEO Chris should have been on the 60 days narco land. Y'all trying to tell you. Nobody wishing jail on anybody, so please don't say I am. If you think somebody else is, that's between you and them. But please don't say I am. I damn sure ain't wishing jail on nobody. We don't do that. Think about that though. I told you that too, didn't I? As soon as Tekashi got locked up, I told y'all. I said, Joe, he messed up the Fed's investigation. He messed up their whole investigation. The feds don't come for 6 and 7 people. They don't come for 6 and 7 people. The feds is coming to get 20, 30, 40, 50 people, 100 people. That's what the feds is trying to do. The feds ain't trying to come and scoop up 5 dudes. Where they do that at? How many times have you heard the feds do a 5-year investigation to go get 5 dudes that probably would have, God forbid, hurt each other if they didn't pick them up? What happened was they been told Tekashi that there was an investigation going on. So if they would have let Tekashi get injured, there's no telling what Tekashi family, the lawsuits that could have went on, how they would have just how not fuck the lawsuits. They don't even care about the money, but how their whole investigative process would have got exposed. There's no telling how many other freaking investigations would have got exposed. Yo, can we hit that like button? We got like 1,100 people in here. We could get those likes to like 500, yo. Remember, there was only they only got like 8-9 guys, right? They only got about 8-9 guys, right? When the feds do that, they let him be a 5-star and didn't even know he was in that other case. That's not a question. I don't know if they knew he was in that other case. So it was 11 of them all together. When do the feds come for 11 people? And none of them are named Al Capone or something. 11 people. When do the feds come for 11 people? Come on, man. This is way bigger than that. They don't want to admit it. They don't want to admit it. But Tekashi, they don't want to admit it. But Tekashi, he saved some people. Tekashi saved some people. Tekashi probably knows something. Knows something. Tekashi probably knows something. Because there's no telling what they would have told him when they was trying to get him to flip. If the feds would have had more time, it would have been more people. That's a fact. They dropped the ball. So the rat wouldn't get killed, so Tekashi wouldn't get killed. That's a fact. So in reality, the rat, Tekashi, probably saved about 15 people from prosecution. And there's no telling how many of those people could have been big names. Shout out to Almighty for the donation. Appreciate you keeping the $2 drive alive. It says the you for our own narrative. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to say, man. That what happened? Your keyboard is disagreeing with you. One of you didn't take the chicken out the freezer. What the hell? What the hell? That doesn't even make sense. The you for our own narrative. I don't know. You're gonna have to rewrite that. I believe he saved a lot of people. And as much as he is a snitch, he did telling people. That's a fact. But as much as he did do that, that's the way I've always been looking at it. We don't talk about killing people, man. Come on, stop that. Shout out to Guap for the donation. He said, but they always revisit the case though, and he's always gonna have to talk. That's a fact. And just so we could be clear, everybody wonders why I read them when they're being said, because that's literally what those are for. When you want me to see something, you're supposed to donate to make sure that I see it. And that's why I always read it. So I can't not read it. I do not know anything about Seiko being locked up. Please, let's not throw that into the air. Let's not talk that into the universe. What's a dumb statement? Go out, $2 drive, facts. Almighty, $2 drive. I meant to say thank you for our own narrative. Oh, all right, that's what it is. Big J says, Jack, you're the greatest to ever do it. You will be remembered as a soldier you are. I'm gonna be remembered. What the hell is gonna happen to me? Shout out to Antonio Chitz, keeping the $2 drive alive. He says CEO, aka Confidential Entertainment Operations. What the hell is gonna happen to me? What the hell? And just so we could be clear on something, the reason why those other guys did not go to trial, in my belief, is because they knew that CEO Chris was the witness, and they knew that they did too much business with that man to go to trial. I believe that the reason why Nuke probably went to trial was because CEO Chris even said him and Nuke had not did business since he started working for the government. Really? Because I'm telling you stuff that literally they said in court. So in like a month, everybody's gonna know too much. They did not do. CEO Chris said on the stand that they did not do business after he started working with the government. He said it on the stand. They had him say it about 3-4 times because Nuke's attorney made it and wanted to make sure that the jury remembered he didn't do any business with him since he started working with the government. I don't know what any of these guys is looking at, and I don't want to even. Let's see what happens. We don't even know if anything what's gonna happen at this point. Shout out to Guap for the donation. He said you covering part of hip hop history, OG. I wish I'm not an OG, but I appreciate you. I wish you were in politics. That's where we really need you at. You think I could do politics? You see how these trolls is at me right now? Shout out to Sammy for the donation. Keep the $2 drive alive. Said, will the verdict be in tomorrow for 6ix9ine kidnappers? We don't use the N word, and why are you speaking so terribly about Harv for? What Harv did to you? What Harv did to you, homie? All right, so let's get to more stuff that they was talking about. Yeah, I mean, I even got more haters popping up out of the fucking woodworks making videos about me. So I mean, I'm not gonna reply to none of y'all. So y'all wasting your time. Anyway, CEO says Mel told him that Nuke fired a shotgun at him, right? But he also said Mel told him he had been chasing Mac for years and Mac never did anything to him. So they was trying to. So there's supposed to be a story out there, right? Shout out to Guap, $2 drive. He said give the trolls more bags. Somebody, y'all gotta call the troll's name out when y'all see him, and then I'll look. CEO Chris. So there's a story that's been out there. I don't know how true it is, but I'll tell you what the story is. I'll tell you what the story is. I don't know how true it is. I'm not trying to say this is a true story. I'm just telling you that there is a story out there. Shout out to JJ keeping the $2 drive alive. I'm just telling you that there is a story out there. I have no idea how true the story is. So what the story is, I didn't even say the fucking story yet. And Todd Carter said, yeah, it's true. Why do you know? Anyway, so what the story is that Nuke shot Melly. That's what the story is. I don't know how true this is. I do know that those guys from what they say in court, them all of them was always shooting at each other. From what I hear, they were just always shooting at each other. Freaking nuke, you shoot at that guy, he's trying to make sure he can identify you. He's not, so he could come back and I guess shoot you back. I don't know what to say. Okay, I don't know. I'm just telling you. That's a story that I heard. Okay, a story that I heard. A story that I heard. They had CEO Chris say on the stand that Melly told him that one, Melly was after him, and two, he never did anything to Melly. So I'm just explaining that to y'all so y'all can understand how they might be trying to get Nuke away from other charges he might be charged with. CEO Chris testified that Max said he cleaned shit up. He cleaned shit up, kids, which means he then said, I kill people. So CEO Chris testified that Mac basically told him that he kills people. CEO Chris said while he was working with the government, he never arranged any drug deals to Mac. They also verified that there was 30 people who was arrested in previous cases where CEO was involved, CEO Chris was involved in, and CEO Chris was at the top of the chart. And guess where he would have been in this case? He would have been at the top of the chart. I have no idea where my mods are, but there's one of them back there peeking out the bushes hitting people. You just can't see them. I can see them. They working. Oh, you hit him by accident? Oh, you hit Lance by accident. All right, you fixed it already. I don't know what's going on with Shy. I don't know. I can't tell you. I have no idea what's going on with Shy. CEO Chris is the best actor. So he also testified he got 30 people arrested in the previous case he was involved in, and CEO was at the top of the chart. He testified that Aaron Bat Young did drug drops with his police officer girlfriend, and she also helped to compress the drugs. He also testified that Snow wanted to kidnap and kill Melly, but he just wanted to oh, so this is what he said. I don't know if I gotta reclarify this. So what basically happened was we got like 1,100 people here. Could we get to 500 likes? I can hit that like button. Hit that like button or get the $2 drive going back up. One of the two. So what happened is this is what CEO Chris said. I don't know how true this is. CEO Chris said that pardon me, that Bat had a recording, and on the recording, basically Snow Billy wanted to kidnap CEO Chris. He was gonna have some of the homies dress up like police officers. They've actually everybody's rested their cases. There's gonna be closing arguments tomorrow. There's gonna be closing arguments tomorrow. CEO Chris Bat dated the cop, not CEO Chris. I don't know if who CEO Chris dated, but Bat dated the cop. The cop was dating Bat. Live from Bed son, the livest one, representing BX to the fullest. Gats are pulling. Clack. Yo! All right, so let's get back on point. 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 Oh, and shout out to everybody that I see out in public, and they they support the movement. Shout out to everybody I see out in public that supports the movement. So CEO said that Snow wanted to kidnap him. Snow wanted to get dudes to dress up in cop uniforms and police uniforms and kidnap CEO Chris. Snow had a whole plan. A whole plan. We gonna get some police uniforms. We gonna kidnap this dude. Snow had a whole plan. That's a dangerous guy, man. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. That's a dangerous guy, man. The whole plan. He wanted to get police uniforms and kidnap another dude. That's crazy. I'm gonna go back to what I usually do. Cover hip hop. The only reason why I'm not covering hip hop right now is because I gotta go to court every day in the morning and I still gotta do the show at night. I don't got time. Go back to covering hip hop. That shit's less stressful. Well, yeah, I am covering hip hop now, but this is ah. When you covering stuff like this, you got people jumping out the woodwork trying to get clout off of you by beefing with you on all this other bullshit that don't mean nothing. Think about it like this. Hold on. Let's stop for a second. Let's stop for a second. We're gonna get back to all that stuff, but let's stop for a second. Think about this. Think about this, right? I've been talking about this for how many months? For how many months have I been talking about this? For how many months? I've been talking about this. I've been so right, it's retarded. I've been more correct about what's going on in this case, calling shit for months in advance. Months in advance. And what do I get for all of my troubles? What do I get for my troubles? I get not, yeah, I do get donations. You're right, Ty Carter. But I'm saying, besides that, you funny as shit. You right too. Oh man. But what I'm saying is this, right? What do I get? I get a whole bunch of these damn channels making fake videos about me. Now, instead of admitting that they made fake videos, now they're trying to attack me harder. What kind of shit is that? I don't know. Y'all got to get the $2 drive, keep the $2 drive alive. Asking me for. Shout out to Real Tupac fan. He says you getting a lot of hate because people think that they're keeping it real when they attack you. I just think they just showing their true colors. How you attacking a person after it's proven that what he's saying is actually accurate? Why don't I explain the I'm gonna explain the Shotti situation one more time. I'm thinking about doing the Troy Ave case. I don't know. I tell y'all what. I tell y'all what. I'll leave it to the votes. Shout out to Big Boy keeping the $2 drive alive. He says, let's get 50 of those $2 donations, fam. That's a fact, big boy. Big boy is dead on it. Let's get 50 of them $2 donations. That's a fact. And everybody from now on, when you drop, put the number you are. 1, 2, 3. Let's count that bitch down. That's a fact. All right, so I'm gonna explain. So today they was in court, right? So today while they was in court, and I'll talk about the plea thing also. So today while they was in court, right? Oh shit! All right, all right. So today when we was in court, shout out to Paul Loman, $2 drive. He said number two. Who's number two? So the shout out to Aussie Nate. You should cover Troy Ave case. I'm thinking about it. I might put a vote out. Y'all watch. Y'all watch. I might put a vote out. I might do a real quick, like 30-second video, and see if who's interested in me covering the case. All right. So real quick. I want to explain the whole situation involving how Food Banger could have been telling the truth, and Shotti could have also been telling the truth at the same time. So basically, I'm gonna give you the short gist. If you want the long entire rundown of it, you got to go back and start the video back over, and it should be somewhere between the 5 and 15 minute mark. So basically, what happened was this. I don't even want to see it. It's got to be something negative. So basically, what happened is this. Now, this is also on the contingency that this is also if Shotti has, I believe, AT&T as his phone provider. If he doesn't have AT&T on his phone provider, I don't know. Shout out to the Real Phil Blunt, $2 drive. Don't vote, just cover Troy Ave. So hold on. Let me tell you what happened. So hold on. Let me tell you what happened. Hold on. Shout out to Zoe G for the donation. Appreciate you. She said, behind every successful person lies a pack of haters. Eminem. You know what? Then I might make $1 million next year because them dudes is hating hard as shit. They accidentally giving me so much good karma. Shout out to world famous Man for Peter TV for the donation. He said, Jack Frost, shout out to you and the admins for keeping everything on point. Appreciate you. I hate Danny K. Uh, $2 drive. Said free tax stone. So to Jack for taking his time out. Shout out to Jack for taking his time out. Appreciate you. All right. So basically, what happens is, and this is all if Shotti has AT&T. Remember, the information that the government got from Shotti's account was from 2013 or 2012, something like that, right? That can't be argued. Everybody was like, yo, how the hell do Shotti have a phone from back then? Who do that? Don't nobody got a phone from freaking 2013. I have like 12 phones since then. Like, who has that phone still? Well, comes to find out, AT&T keeps all of their information, and right now they're backed up all the way back to 2008. So what something that could have happened was after Shotti was seen as somebody who was going to be in the RICO charge, and they were able to get a how do you say, a subpoena for his phone records. They was also able to subpoena the phone records from AT&T that went all the way back to 2008, and that could be how they got the information. So when Fubanga finds out, yo, they got the information from Shotti's phone, he might have just been thinking Shotti gave it to them rather than thinking that, because who the hell thinks that you're gonna still have photos from fucking 2013? Who does that? Who does that? I don't even know who Red M is. I don't even know who you are, Red M. And I don't even know what I did to piss you off, to be honest with you. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Shout out to Red Rick, $2 drive. He says, what Monday Night Live? You number 7? Oh, Morning Coffee's coming back on Monday. I'm not sure if we're going to have it on Wednesday, but we're definitely going to have it on Monday and Tuesday. So there's a good chance that the reason why Fu thought Shotti gave him up was because who in the hell has photos from 2013? That sounds weird. Wasn't I saying the same thing? Like, wasn't that one of the things I was saying? Like, what in the hell? Was he collecting them shits? Like, who did he have it saved on a flash drive? Like, who has photos from back then? Who's doing that? But basically what happened is there's a good chance that it's just, he had AT&T. So AT&T keeps everything. So it's not Shotti's fault. So even though it looked like Shotti did something wrong, there's a good chance that he didn't. I mean, there would, that just so y'all could be clear, that's how I give it up. I still investigate shit, even when I think that they like something is a good chance. Like even if I feel really strongly about something, I still investigate it. That's exactly what I kind of figured out. Blessavelli. It wasn't an iCloud in 2013. The feds do play mind games. Shout out to Sleaze Gang TV, keeping the $2 drive alive. Says salute. So I haven't. I still got all of those shows. I believe. I might put some of them up this weekend. I might put some of them up this weekend. I don't know. Yep, they do have Otto on tape stabbing somebody. That's a fact. They have Otto on tape doing something that they're saying is a stabbing. That's a fact. We don't know if he stabbed the guy, but we do know that they have him on tape doing something that the government is calling a stabbing. We are still doing the woke cast. We're still doing all of that stuff. It's impossible for me to be able to do some of the things that we do over here when I got to go to court Monday through from the morning to the damn evening. And that's the only reason why I'm like, I don't know about the Troy Ave case, but I'm most likely gonna cover the Troy Ave case. You're right on everything, but one thing which I don't understand is why you're so scared of something. I've said a lot of negative things about Shotti. I can't clear up something that I believe to be incorrect or I believe didn't have enough information about before, and now I have new information. So I'm trying to also give people that information also to be fair. I can't do that. I have to stay thinking what you're thinking. I can't do my actual job. Who's that? What's that guy's name? What's that guy's name? Somebody don't kick him, but Sequid Suhal or whatever that guy's name is, keep an eye on him. He might need to get hit with his bags. We might need to line him up, line everybody up at the damn door. Blessavelli said you're human, bro. When computer make mistakes, laugh out how the haters, bro. Yeah, I just kick him. I just kick him. Can I get some bags up here? Can I get some bags? There we go. Let's see some bags, yo. That I did not see Bat testify. As far as I know, he did not testify. Shout out to Red Rick, $2 drive. He said, "Could you put up the Monday Night Live back up?" He's doing that. I think about it, man. I think about it. I might put it up. I don't even remember which one we did on Monday, but I might put it up. Oh, Mac attorney asked CEO, didn't he offer to pay Bat $30K to shoot Snow in the head? CEO said no, he didn't. Oh yeah, and CEO Chris also confirmed that he was helping the government right now on another case. So there's another set of guys out there right now that CEO Chris is tricking. They probably think, I don't know what they think. They probably think he had to go to the Bahamas or something. He like, yo, I'm gonna come back with a suntan, and that dude is somewhere on his stand snitching. Dude is somewhere on a stand snitching. And there's a gang out there right now that's waiting for him to come back from overseas or something. I'm dead serious. They don't even know. They don't even know. They waiting for him to come back from somewhere. They don't even know. He said on the stand, he confirmed he was helping the government outside of this current case. He also confirmed that the reason why he didn't turn himself in until a month before this case started is because he was still out there working. I don't think that anybody should be able to do crimes with people and then tell on the people you did crimes with. Is that clear? Is that clear? I don't think anyone should be doing crimes with somebody and then tell on the people you was doing crimes with. Period. I first of all, don't do the crimes. That's one. We need to stop doing crimes. Everybody listen to me right now. Every single individual that's listening to me right now, please stop committing crimes. Open up a cupcake shop or something. Go and sell water on the highway. I don't know what to tell you. Stop committing crimes. UPS, they hiring. Stop committing crimes. Guys, committing crimes. Go get a job. There's factories or I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of dudes doing squeegee work in a while. Yo, that's crazy. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something super crazy. I'm gonna tell you something crazy. There's people making videos about me all day, right? Come on, man. You see how that guy's name look? He gotta leave here immediately. There's people making videos about me all day, but they not making videos about none of these facts of this case. There's people talking about me on their videos all day. Why ain't you alerting people to CEO Chris? There's people talking about how big of a snitch rat snitches Takashi. Why ain't you telling people about CEO Chris, who's actively just helping the police? At this point, he got a badge. At this point, homeboy got a badge. At this point, CEO Chris got a gun and a badge, and he's arguing with his freaking he's arguing with the sergeant, with the chief. Every other day, he's in the chief's office, and they're arguing at his tactics. You're too dangerous out there. You gotta stop shooting people. He got a partner. He got a partner. His partner keeps saying, "I'm getting too old for this." At this point, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't even know nobody named Simone. What are you talking about, Red M? Who the fuck is Simone? That shit is crazy. CO Chris. Shout out to Antonio Chance. $2 drive. Says suitcases for the super haters. But he really wrote supper haters. So it's suitcases for people who hate dinner. So I guess those are the suitcases for all the 3-year-olds. Those are the suitcases. Those are the suitcases for all the 3-year-olds. Got you. They sitting at the table right now. You bet not get up without that before that plate is cleared. You gotta hit them with their bags, right, Antonio? Antonio. Why you hate the kids that don't want to eat dinner, Antonio? Oh man, yo. Wow. What up, Devon Dollars? You ain't been here in a minute. Yo, you want to know what's so funny? Hold on. I'm just going to talk my shit for like 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes just to talk my shit real quick. You want to know what's real funny? What's up with all of those people that they was just in all the other chats and all the other rooms talking about how I was wrong about everything? Whatever happened to them? Whatever happened to them? Did they ever come together, at least amongst themselves, and say, you know what? We were wrong about Jack Frost. I wonder whatever happened to them. I wonder if any of them had enough integrity to be like, you know what? We was wrong about Jack Frost. Why y'all mofos tricked us into thinking Jack Frost was a bad guy? He's been telling the truth all this time on some people about a thing. I can't see your comments. Hold on. Yo, could we get up to 500 likes? Shout out to Star. He's always been very supportive. Shout out to Jimmy Jams TV. He shouts me out all the time. Shout out to everybody that shows love to this platform. Shout out to CK. Appreciate Corey King. Shout out to Mel Cross. He called in a little bit earlier today. Shout out to everybody that support that openly supports us over here. Shout out to all the people that was wrong about me and came back. Shout out to them. To just that, you don't even gotta admit nothing. Don't say sorry, don't admit nothing. But shout out to all the people that was just, had the wrong idea, realized mofos did them wrong, and then decided they gonna come back. Shout out to them. These are real shout outs too. These are not bullshit shout outs. These are real shout outs. I just gotta say that. But shout out to them. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to I Hate Danny K for the donations to talk about what happened when Marv's ex testified. Uh, y'all want to hear about what Marv's ex said? I got the paper. I got the jump offs right here. Let's see. Trippy, Red, Chief Keef, Rap a Lot, Name Gangs. This ain't it. Hold on. You don't find it. Hey, hold on. Before we get there, check this out. So 6ix9ine said he saw Snow and called Shotti. Oh, this was the when 6ix9ine almost got kidnapped. Here she go right here. The witnesses. I'm gonna tell you the funny thing. So she was dating her for a couple of months, right? So she dating her for a couple of months, right? So check out what Homegirl did. I'm gonna tell you what Homegirl did. They was like, "Yo, do you see Anthony Ellison in the courtroom?" She was like, "Where he at?" What do you mean? You've been dating this guy for a couple of months. Now you trying to tell us that you can't pick him out in a room of strangers? I ain't gonna lie to you, that was funny. And then they had to have a whole meeting. All the attorneys had to go talk to the judge. They had to have a whole meeting. They was like, yo, because like, how are we gonna, like, what the hell you mean she can't identify? He's sitting right there. What the hell is she talking about? Is she on drugs? I could just imagine what the conversation was. Is she on drugs? He's sitting right. He's sitting right there. What is this the right person? Anyway, prosecutor showed her a picture of her to get the identification. Then she finally like admits it's him. And so she said Ellison admitted to her that he was part of Treyway. Remember, one of the most important things that they was trying to do, she was traumatized. I don't know what the hell she was. She might have been on drugs. Remember, one of the things that they was always trying to do was they're trying to make sure that they could say that any of these guys are actually part of the gang. Them being part of the gang gets them caught up in the RICO. She said that Harv actually admitted to her, that he was Treyway, and told her he had a high rank. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story real quick before we go any further. So I was somewhere doing a thing, right? So I'm talking to some chick, right? So we chopping it up and we talking, right? Not one time did I go up to her and was like, "Yeah, I'm Jack Frost. I got a YouTube channel. I do YouTube. This and this and that. Me. Not one time. I just sat there and I just chopped it up. We was just talking, right? And I say all that to say this: Why in the hell? Why in the hell do people feel like they gotta like be like, "Yo, there's this dope thing going on with me." Like I get it. There's a lot of females out there that everybody's always clout chasing. You feel me? So I get it. But I don't think that he needed to necessarily tell her he was a part of a gang and also a high-ranking member and all this other stuff. Did anybody learn anything from The Godfather? Remember at the end of The Godfather when they start talking business and they close the door, like, come on, man, women out there, we ain't doing nothing, yo. We own car lots and stuff like that. We don't do no illegal activities. Get out of here. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand. Anyway, uh, so she says, Harv told her his friend was shot. Told her the friend. He told her everything that happened that led up to his crime, basically. He told her everything that happened that led up to his crime. Why did he commit his crime? His crime that they were talking about specifically was the boy that got cut. Why are they accusing him of this crime? Pardon me, I just absolutely misspoke. Why are they accusing him of this crime? Why are they accusing him of this crime? They're accusing him of this crime because of whatever the reason is, right? This dude busy told her why he did the crime and everything. Who do that? She was probably about to get ready to go to jail if she ain't snitched, just so we can be clear. So Harv told her where the dude was shot, that his friend was shot, and where his friend was shot at is where the slasher happened after the fact, after he showed up there. So whatever. Witnesses say that Harv had stabbed the dude in the face that shot his friend. Harv admitted to kidnapping and robbery. Harv told her he kidnapped and robbed 6ix9ine, and also said it's gonna make him famous. He's like, oh man, I kidnapped and robbed 6ix9ine. I'm gonna be famous. Harv told her this. As per her, this is what she's saying. She said Harv told her this. Like, this whole story, crazy. Whole story's crazy. What? I'm gonna let you know right now. The more of a gangster I would be, the more I'm gonna let everyone in talking distance not think that. Screw that. The object is to get your spoils and be free to enjoy them. You only know it for like 3, 4 months. But that's also why, just like me myself, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of shit I do by myself, like with the channel and stuff like that. That's why sometimes anybody like, okay, so I got a whole bunch of woke casts that I need to upload, but I haven't been able to edit all of it, and I gotta go in and get some audio fixed because some audio is messed up on one of the some of the videos, right? And I say all that to say this. Oh shit! I just realized something. Anyway, so I say all that to say this. I do a lot of what I do by myself, right? So I personally can't understand how people keep getting caught up with all these other people. Shout out to Susan Boards keeping the $2 drive alive. She said, shout out to Jack for going to court. Get us the real info. Appreciate you. So I personally can't understand how people keep getting caught up because they need to keep inviting more and more people in to do shit. So let's say you working with somebody. So I'm working with you today, right? And we're gonna work, we're gonna build something up. But you know, we should both be trying to figure out how to do whatever we doing alone, separately. When we come together, we should be helping each other. But at the same time, we gotta also be able to go by ourselves and go do our own shit. This is a fact. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I don't know, like when I first moved to Concourse Village, I was about 14, 15 years old. And I used to always go all the way to the other side of the Bronx to go meet girls and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to go like mad deep. And then I go like meet a girl or something. And I might like invite my homies, like my cousins, like, cause that's where I hung out with my fam. So I might invite my fam, or every once in a while I invite Shorty to the crib and then get the. But the point being is, I was always going on mad missions all by myself. I was just going to do shit by myself. People be like, yo, I'm 14, 15 years old. I live in Concourse Village. I'm going all the way up to like 230th in the Bronx. For everybody that know, you know. And I'm talking about back in the fucking 90s. I'm going to freaking Webster Projects by myself. We talking about in the 90s. I'm going all the way to Queens by myself. We talking about in the 90s. So I don't understand none of that. I don't understand telling people shit that could get you jammed up. Yeah, Concourse Village, that's a fact. CVP, that's a fact. 158, that's a fact. Yeah, CEO Chris was the most organized. He organized all of them dudes to be locked up. Oh, yeah, from the hood, nigga. Part of my language. Yeah, I'm from Concourse Village. For everybody that don't know, Concourse Village is oh man. I mean, it's a good place to live, don't get me wrong, but that's in the ghetto. Shout out to G Rob, $2 driver live. So did CEO talk about why Nuke Rob Roll? All right, so okay, so CEO said Nuke Rob Roll for one reason, and Takashi said Nuke Rob Roll for a different reason. CEO Chris said Nuke Rob Roll because Nuke said so. And I'm not saying that Nuke Rob Roll. I'm saying that these are the reasons why they gave why this thing might have happened if it happened. They said that Nuke Rob Roll because okay, so Nuke CEO Chris said Roll went to they were sitting in the car and Nuke wanted to steal his chain, his AP chain. But before Nuke wanted to steal his AP chain, what happened was he said that Nuke asked him to line CEO Chris up so he could rob him. And Rose said no. So then he decided he was going to steal his chain. And that's when all the shenanigans broke out. Takashi said that Nuke went to Ro and asked, could he line up Shotti or Takashi to get robbed? Now, these are two different people, and I don't even know why both of their stories sound so similar with different names attached. Shout out to Tremont. I went to school on 118. It's right off of Tremont over there in 180. What I did. CO Chris probably told a million lies on that stand, man. When you first of all, when you keep getting groups of people locked up and sent to prison, he getting groups of people locked up and sent to prison, man. The government is just giving him so much leeway. And when I say the government, I'm not talking about the judge. When I say the government, I'm literally talking about like the prosecuting attorneys. I'm not saying they're asking him to lie though. That I'm not saying. I am saying I believe he is lying though about quite a few things he was talking about. I'm not sure when I'm going to talk to Fool again. I hope soon. Okay, so the particular story I heard about the Harv and Mel murder, Joa, and knocking out Shotti was Harv tried to. Okay, so this is the story that I'm hearing. Harv tried to get the Shotti. He was kind of unsuccessful, and I think Mel got between them or something like that to prevent Harv from getting the Shotti. So what could have happened? So that's the story I'm hearing now. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the story that I'm hearing now. Anyway, we're gonna have to call this a wrap. Court is extra early in the morning. We're gonna have to call this a wrap. I love y'all. Um, Anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't ever know, you know, you just don't never know when it's. Sometimes we lose people, and not all of us have people that we could express our love to. So if you got anybody still awake in your household, please give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Also, in the morning, please remember the first thing that we're drinking is water. We're gonna help clean out our insides. The first thing we're gonna drink in the morning is water. That's the first thing we're gonna drink in the morning. It's gonna help clean out the kidneys. So do that. Also, tomorrow, what we've been doing all week. Tomorrow, let's bring something for the kids. Let's get it like a little toy, or I mean, I don't know how old your children are. A little toy or like a little treat. Let's get the kids a treat tomorrow. That's what we're doing. We're giving the kids a treat tomorrow. If you don't live in the same state with your child, cash app them something. If you know if they have a cash app or whatever the case might be. But let's get let's do that. Let's do something for the kids tomorrow. Anyway, that's all I got on this one. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.